You got the UN guys saying the nuclear war could happen at any time. Just one bad mistake and we're in it. But Google's former head says AI is as dangerous as nuclear weapons.
Oh, neat.
Isn't that fun?
That's the word.
Oh, it's Eric Schmidt, too.
Mm-hmm.
We've had him in studio before. And he had some really nice things to say about Glenn, actually, at the time. I've always had kind of a soft spot in my heart for Eric Schmidt.
Yeah, he's like the exception, right?
Yeah.
Of someone who came in here and we were like, I don't know, and hasn't gone back and said, yeah, that Glenn Beck sucks.
Right. Never, to my knowledge, he's never done that. Speaking at the Aspen Security Forum earlier this week, Eric Schmidt said that he was naive about the impact of what we're doing, but that information is incredibly powerful and government and other institutions should put more pressure on tech to put these things consistent with our values. It's kind of interesting because he did not feel this way, it seems to me, years ago when we talked to him. He was more like, in fact, Glenn asked him about AI, and I might be getting him confused, though, with their head of the creative design. What's his face? But at the time, Google was not really concerned about anything bad happening. They're like, well, our whole theory and our whole theme, our motto for a company is don't be evil. So we just won't be. Okay. All right, well, good. Then that'll be great. But he said the leverage that tech has is very, very real. If you think about it, how will we negotiate an AI agreement? First, you have to have technologists that understand what's going to happen, and then you have awareness on the other side. Let's say we want to have a chat with China on some kind of treaty around AI surprises.
Or your Speaker of the House wants to go on vacation.
Yeah. Very reasonable. How would we do it? Who in the U.S. government would work with us? And it's even worse on the Chinese side. Who do we call? We're not ready for the negotiations we need. Yeah, you don't even think about that aspect of it. In the 50s and 60s, we eventually worked out a world where there was a no-surprise rule about nuclear tests, and eventually they were banned. It's an example of a balance of trust.
Right.
Or lack of trust. It's a no-surprise rule.
Yeah.
The capabilities of artificial intelligence have been stated and overstated numerous times over the years. Tesla chief executive Elon Musk has often said that AI is highly likely to be a threat to humans.
Right. Okay, so I have an update for you because you were openly, questioning your memory, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is 2022, obviously, and Eric Schmidt is saying this. I found this article from 2018 where Elon Musk is saying almost the same thing.
Yeah.
There's vastly more risk than North Korea when it comes to AI. And he just talks about the competition for AI superiority at national level most likely cause a World War III. It's a fundamental risk to the existence of human civilization. So Eric Schmidt said Elon Musk is wrong about AI.
Right. Okay. That's what
he said. I mean, here's the quotes from Eric Schmidt in 2018.
All right.
So I think that Elon is exactly wrong. So my position is clear. He said he's wrong because he doesn't understand the benefits that this technology will provide to making every human being smarter. And the fact of the matter is that AI and machine learning are so fundamentally good for humanity.
Wow.
4 years later, he's changed his tune 180 degrees.
Now it's the same threat as nuclear weapons?
Yeah, he is now.
Hello?
He's now the same opinion that Musk was 4 years ago.
Wow. Well, AI, it seems to me, is one of the reasons Elon cites for wanting to go to Mars. Not just the environment, but he also thinks AI is going to become such a danger to humanity that we're going to have to leave.
You know what? You
crazy.
guys clean up the lakes and rivers. I don't care anymore. It's your problem, AI.
It's incredible. So AI, a bit tricky. Check out this meme.
Oh, yeah, the robot.
No.
So you can't trust the AI.
No.
You can't trust them. I mean, you got this this robot. You check the little box. It says,
I'm not a robot.
I'm not a robot. So you just check it, right? And but you zoom out and you see what's really going on. Look how smart they are now. That Boston
It's a robot
Dynamics.
holding a hand to check that robot. I'm not a robot box. There you go.
See? Got to keep your eye on the robots. Yeah. But remember we had the video, I don't know, several years back of what Boston Dynamics was working on, and they had, these dogs would be dancing and stuff. Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, and they faked a lot of it.
They faked the one with the gun.
They faked a couple of things. They faked, I think, the dancing robot. Mm-hmm. They were trying to show how agile they are now, and that wasn't real.
Right.
But then they also faked the robot shooting these guns. And it's like, oh, okay, we don't have that yet.
Uh-huh.
Well, now check this out, because we do now have this. Oh, wow.
They're now armed.
Yep.
And they have good aim, apparently, too.
Oh, it's got a little kick to it.
I don't like
Push the robot back.
Uh-huh. I don't like it.
Okay, I want to see how accurate that is, though.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't seem like it would be accurate. Huh. Wow. Wow.
Is he hitting the thing, or?
That's what I want to know.
Yeah. I love that. That's all we have to stand on. Well, he's not even hitting the target. Who cares if he's armed? Can you imagine 100 of those things marching down your neighborhood street?
No.
That would not be good.
No.
Who's going to drive over them?
And you can think of the cool military application for this. Send somebody out and clean out an area that you can't get past without.
Okay, imagine 20 years ago having that army in Afghanistan rooting out terrorists. It's a good point, Pat.
Yep.
That's the good side of AI, right?
Right.
But you could program them to do a little.
Yeah, as you said, marching down the streets of the United States. That's a different story. That's a much different story. Oh, and then it just lays down. It's ready for its bone.
Good boy.
Give it a bone now.
So, I mean, you could easily sell that, an army of gunner dogs there to the public. Say, look, you don't want your kids going to fight in Ukraine? Why don't we just send these? And then before you know it, we've got Skynet on our hands.
Yeah. We've seen enough movies to know how that works. Have we not? Enough documentaries have been made on that. Yeah. The whole Terminator documentary series. If that doesn't scare you, nothing will. So we need to keep a lid on this thing. At least keep an eye on it and make sure that it's not getting away from us. Because as soon as it gets away from us, there's just no going back.
I'm reading this article on that little dog there.
Yeah?
You can get one of those for $3,000, apparently.
What? The robot dog for $3,000? And then can you mount a gun on its back for?
Do you go to Cabela's to get the gun?
I don't know. Hey, I'm looking for a robot dog gun. You have one of those?
Yeah.